Getting another of my old favourites. Love them to bits. Because I used to sell them, dealing them all the time. We used to go out of our way to buy them. They were brilliant sellers. You know, we used to sell them, I remember, at like $26.95 for a right nice car like that. $2,695, and they used to sell just like that. I would suggest that probably the SC sold a little bit better than the TC, but that's maybe because we had more SCs than we did TCs. I don't know. The Lunar Grey, it's a Marmite colour, I know. Let me see, I'm saying that a fair bit. It's a new phrase, that really. But what it boils down to is that Lunar Grey, when it was, you know, new or a year or two old, was not all that appealing, really. It's, you know, people used to say, well, I love the car, but pity, you know, it's still in undercoat, and because it looks a bit that way, you know, it looks a bit like a self-etch, and so in them days, Lunar Grey weren't that easy to sell. You know, it was a lot easier to sell a red one, you know, Brigade Red or whatever it might be. But anyway, it is what it is. It's in fantastic condition, and now, of course, let's not forget, now the Lunar Grey is more than acceptable. Now people make a beeline for Lunar Grey. You know, if there was a row of P6s here and this was the only Lunar Grey, people would go for this. You know, it is the colour now. It's acceptable. Always black under the bonnet, as you can see. That's exactly as it should be. Usual. I don't know about this one. I haven't heard it. I've only driven it on the lorry, but they suffer a little bit of timing chain rattle and a little bit of a timing chain echo. That's the thing, because aluminium, it echoes. So if you get just a little bit of timing chain noise there, it might not be a rattle. It might just be a timing chain noise. It's amplified by the fact that it's all aluminium. So that used to put a few people off. But you know, when you explain to them, that's the way they are. You know, go and see another one, you'll find much the same. And sure enough, it was. Also, we used to have one or two people complain about water loss. They kept topping up. You know, even though the header tank didn't go anywhere. And we told them at the end of the day, the answer is do not overfill the rad. Keep it just level or just above the fins, and it's fine. Otherwise, it will expand and throw a bit out and make you think there's a problem, and there ain't a problem at all. Other than that, lovely car. I mean, people moan about the suspension. I've never had to work on much in the way of suspension, but I know they can be a bit of a handful. But they're a lovely driving car. Quality car, as we all know. Interior, lovely. It's got the lovely pleated leather interior. Most of them were vinyl. They're cloth trim. Velour, that's the word I was thinking of. Most of them were cloth trim. Again, ribbed, and it didn't work for us really, because again it stretched, and all these ribs stretch like that. So when we washed them with the old putsy, the old wash vac and that sort of thing, it shrunk them and tightened them up a little bit. That's nice, but they just give with, you know, especially with a bit of a fat arse in there, like, and they flattened out a bit, and they went off a little bit. They went a little bit sort of threadbareish quite quick. Not nice material, so I didn't like it. They were always a better seller when they were like this. What else can I say? Got the stereo Radiomobile 8-track. Got an 8-track in there. Headrest, nice big headrest. I'm not sure whether they were standard or an extra, but I know back ones at one. I think you could order them new with back headrests, from what I remember. Looks to me as though the car pits are either original, which I believe they are, because we think this car, in fact I know they are, we think this car is 18,000 miles genuine, and I'm going to just give it a try later on, but I bet it drives like 18,000 miles. There's not enough history there to guarantee it. We wouldn't guarantee it anyway. There's not enough history there to prove it, but common sense tells me, and the smell and the feel of it, I reckon that's genuine. The vendor reckons it's genuine. A guy came in the shop there sometime this week and said, "Oh, Rover on the lorry. My mate used to own that. That's genuine mileage, you know." That's exactly what he said. So you lot out there, you make your own mind up about it. I believe it's genuine. You buy it accordingly. Make your own inquiries. But look at this. Look at these door skins. Look. If that ain't 18,000 miles, I'll eat that armrest. Look at them. Look at them. Lovely, aren't they? Really nice and straight. Proper car. So I think it's absolutely correct, this car. What's she like in the boot? Super. There you are. Bang on. Lovely. There she is. Some awards and what have you in there. Some bits and pieces to go with it. Some 8-tracks, look. A couple of manuals. That to me shouts 18,000 miles, you know, because the rubber mats tend to sort of rip like they have done there. Look, when they get a little bit worn, a bit hot, and they sort of just give a bit and what have you. But anyway, we can't make too much of a thing of it because I don't know. But I think this car is a right proper car. and I bet it drives 80. Look, the original supplier's sticker on the back window.
It's absolutely super.
Does it drive mint, Mick? There you go. I knew it would. I knew it would. I knew it would drive mint. This motor. You only got to look at it. This is one of them cars that people have got to understand. When you buy this car, you buy it from over there. You don't have to come any closer. Buy it from over here. When you walk up to it, this is what I do. When I walk up to a car like that, I'm standing, the car's in the bloke's drive or wherever it might be, I don't know, and I'm standing there and I'm thinking, proper car. I'll buy that car. You don't need to get any closer. The closer you get, obviously it ain't going to get any better. We know all that. But look at it. Look how straight it is. So, you know, anyone with any savvy that's genuine, that wants a P6, a proper one, buy it from here. That's all you need. Buy it from here. As soon as you open that door, smell the interior, look at the nice door skins and all the rest of it. That's it. Job done. Sold. There you go. That's that one.